Calm down, iOS 9 is about to come out, but don't lose your mind because it's not one of those drastic updates where they move things and you're left trying to figure out where it's all gone. These are more subtle updates, and for the first time, Apple's released a mobile operating system update in beta. So these are just my first impressions, and you should think twice before you decide to test drive this because it's not actually ready for the road yet. The most important change that you'll notice is the battery life. Apple says you'll get nearly an hour extra, and that's pretty impressive considering you're not changing hardware, you're just changing software. The place that you'll notice this is when your battery goes beneath 20%. Then Apple will ask you if you want to turn on low power mode. That means that your apps and email will stop updating in the background and you'll get even more juice. Siri's changed. Who is this Samuel Burke on CNN?
Checking on that. Okay, I found this on the web for who is the Samuel Burke on CNN.
She sounds the same, but she's a little bit smarter. Just like Google actually gives you answers in its search results without having to go to another site, Siri is starting to do the same thing. iOS 9 has some stylistic changes, again, not very drastic, but when you're switching between apps, if you double-click the home button, you'll notice there's a lot more depth and it's not nearly as flat-looking as before. There are some new apps. iCloud Drive, you'll have to go to the settings to get on your home screen, and it's a lot like Google Drive. Another one is the News app. You can get articles from many different outlets, including CNN here, and there's a button here called For You, which is trying to get the mix of articles they believe you'll want to see, but don't worry, the content still comes from journalists like CNN. And if you're lost in life, there are some changes to Apple Maps. They're still trying to bridge that gap with Google Maps, and they've made some significant updates. There are now transit directions, something that Apple Maps has been missing for a long time, but it's only in some big cities like San Francisco, London, Toronto, and New York. Of course, iOS 9 isn't just for your iPhone, it's also for your iPad, and there are some features just for the tablet. You can finally open up two apps at the same time. Just swipe from the edge of the screen, and you can go from one app to the other. They've taken multitasking a step further with video. Just tap on your video and then click this button in the lower right-hand corner and you see it shrinks down, and that way you can go to another app and keep on watching your movie at the same time. Those are the biggest changes on iOS 9 beta. Apple might do some give and take before the final version in September.